All right. I mean, look, I get what you're saying, but it sounds like you're insinuating. Yeah. I get it, but I mean, because from the logic that you've presented, right? You're kind of saying that like no, not everyone is equal, and not everyone has the same prospects. That somehow like if I close this out, where's the chat again? Right? I mean, because it sounds like you're saying that somehow being like okay, so the logic that based on the logic that you've presented, right? You're saying like okay, yeah, people have different prospects in life, right? And that like not everyone is on the same playing field. But if someone with a disadvantage decides to give themselves an advantage, right? They decide to like use modern technology. So in this case, it's like looks maxing, right? If some dude or some woman decides they're gonna invest like $1 million into being super good looking, like super sexually attractive, and they're gonna, I don't know, they're gonna like turn themselves into this sex appeal icon. And to be against that would be essentially to support, like I guess just accepting, the cards you've been dealt. Like if someone was born into poverty, right? Would I be against them moving up in the world, improving their income to live a more wealthy lifestyle? No, I would not be against that. Would I be against someone using modern technology to enhance their looks and to enhance their sexual attractiveness, to give themselves a better prospect in the dating market, or whatever, to be treated better based on their looks? No, I'm not against that. I'm definitely not against that. And in fact, to be against that would be that like I promote unfairness, that I'm against fairness. Right? Yes, I get that life isn't fair and that we're not equal. I get that. But at the same time, I'm not anti-fairness. Like if, a certain technology or a certain, you know, I guess in this case it'd be a technology. If a certain technology leads to fairness, like the result of this technology being implemented en masse is equality of outcome, then I'm still not against it. It's like, yeah, okay, I could say some guy works his ass off and goes to gym and all that, and I can make the same argument that some dude, a couple hundred years ago didn't have a car, and he had to, like they didn't have cars, they didn't have computers or anything. They had to, if he was like an accountant or something, he had to manually type it out by hand, right? He had to like manually, do the little arithmetic and everything and all that. I'm aware of that, but at the same time, I'm not against that. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean that would be. It's like, well, yeah, I get what you're saying, but at this point, this is a circular argument, right? Because I mean, okay, so based on the premises that you've given, okay, you've given the premises that like yes, life isn't fair, and that better looking people are treated better, right? Taller people are treated better. Women with big boobs are treated better than women with small boobs. The list goes on, right? Like people are treated better or worse based on the way they look. Like tall people are treated better. Guys with big whatever big dicks are treated better, and we're accepting that to be. And somehow you're saying that someone should just accept having less prospects in life, and that they should just, work hard. But at the end of the day, they're still going to be at a disadvantage just because of luck. Like, it's not the same. And I mean, ultimately, this comes down to personal choice, because it sounds like these personal choices aren't directly harming someone else. I mean, unless if you consider like competition, right? Because now, in a way, peptides or plastic surgery, or, I guess in this case it'd be what, bone smashing. Okay, you're that bone smashing somehow, if everyone is like super good looking all of a sudden, then it's going to level the playing field, and it wouldn't, be fair for the people that are naturally good looking, which, I mean, yes, they would have less of an advantage, right? uh how do I highlight all this? Wait, no, shit, that was the wrong one. What? Oh, the sticky keys. Fuck. I mean, to be against that would be essentially like, you know, it's what it is. So, I mean, so here's the thing, right? I mean, that's how it turns out. I mean, I get what you're saying. Um, what does it say here? Answer. Oh, this is a reply from Black Mod, and what, Black Mod 10055. Okay. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. Black Mod. Okay, so what Shadow here is saying is that this could be like a deceptive mating strategy. I mean, I guess yes, if this is used in a reproductive context, it would be deceptive. But I mean, that could be said for anything, because, like, I mean, how much of our world, of the world we live in, is natural? Like, come on now. I mean, I see the premises of what. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, yes, I understand all of your premises, but that's not how it is. But I mean, that's ultimately